Welcome back everyone to more disturbing videos. Smash the like button as this lets YouTube know that you enjoy the content, and it also pushes out the video to many more like-minded people. Thanks everyone, and let's dive in.
About real life telekinesis, man. This guy right here, dude, he's been doing it for a long time. He even goes live on his videos, levitates stuff. He doesn't touch it. As far as I can tell, there's no strings or anything. Like I said, he goes live. Y'all explain this.
Dollar bill, a quarter, right? Watch. See that?
What?
See that?
The power groups have perfected the formula to control the masses through emotional manipulation. It is not a theory or an exaggeration. When you find yourself immersed in a crowd, your rational thinking fades away, leaving only pure and raw emotions. They know this. They have studied it for centuries, from the first crowds during revolutions to the masses connected today through social media. The groups that dominate the world have learned to steer our feelings to keep us under control. Everything you consume, everything you see is carefully designed to control how you feel. It's not just about what you buy or who you choose in an election. It goes deeper. They orchestrate fear, hatred, and desire, and they do it because that's how they stay at the top. When they distract you with emotions, they take you away from reality. They fragment you. They divide you. And while you fight with the illusion that they themselves have created, they keep accumulating more power, more wealth, more control. This is not a chaotic system. It is a calculated system. And the scariest part is that it works perfectly. The masses move like puppets. In the end, collective emotions are their most powerful tool. And if long as the world remains divided and distracted by its own emotions, the true power will remain hidden, beyond our reach.
We've seen evidence of this a lot over the years, but it won't last forever.
You will never flush the toilet the same way again. This demonstration is an excellent reason why you should always close the lid of your toilet before you flush. What they're doing is adding a special dye to the tank that can only be seen under a black light. Let's see what happens when they flush the toilet without the lid closed. Now what about the rest of the room? Oh no. Never again. Never again.
Now we know why she always says put the toilet seat down, but here, that toothbrush, how?
13 is an unlucky number, we're told.
It's a satanic number.
Well, but it's called an unlucky number because originally it dealt with Jesus and his 12. Jesus and the 12 make the 13, upon which a new order of life would be established on earth. The conspirators have then seized upon this term of the 13, Jesus plus the 12, and have begun to build on that a new world order. You had better look at the idea of why an Egyptian pyramid is on an American dollar bill.
Well, it's a symbol of slavery, Jordan, because that pyramid was put together with slave labor.
But it was also one of the greatest bricklaying projects the world has ever known. And bricklayers are referred to as brick masons. So it is a symbol of the Masonic orders of the world.
That makes sense.
And it is a very powerful symbol that has been used by the ancient secret societies. And I am here to tell you that that pyramid called Cheops Pyramid is a very important symbol to the world Illuminati.
And they're constructing the Illuminati Luxor up in Las Vegas.
Do I understand?
On Las Vegas Boulevard. I was up there with our cameraman here. And
is that a new hotel in Las Vegas?
a new hotel, 33 stories. I mean, with the capstone.
What's the significance of 33, Anthony?
Well, I think Jordan would be better able to answer that.
I wouldn't say 13 is an unlucky number, but the pyramids that were applied to the dollar bill was back in 1935, so we know that the Illuminati has been around at least since that time.
Is this the tranny?
Wow.
What is that?
The aluminum?
Yeah. Because this is nuts. Like, when you see this, you're just going to be like, breaking, it's going to break science. If you're a scientist and you understand anything about temperatures and melting points, what we're about to show you is going to change, in my opinion, the whole direction of this entire investigation from what I'm being led to believe, and it just makes logical sense, right?
Yeah, it's almost like there's an incinerator nearby and they just dropped the car off.
Right, so I'm going to turn the camera on what we're walking up on right now. I want you to notice there's a vehicle that's been here since the beginning. It wasn't dropped off here, obviously.
Look at the chair's not melted.
You can see here
it's sitting in the middle.
This is the highest the burn got. Right here. It did not cross the highway. If you look over here, this is the bypass. You can see none of that grass is burned over there. So start to draw some logical conclusions. Because if you look at this vehicle, and I want you to notice the burn, the amount of grass, as you can see, that burned and the char marks. This car is basically completely surrounded by gravel, and you can see a small little flames right here when this grass burned. Yet when you turn and look right in this direction, besides seeing Dylan, my technical cameraman, you can see this car. This is a tire that is gone. These are the braids of steel inside the tire. Look at this particular rim. Is it safe to say these are aluminum?
Look at the windshield. What's that?
Are these aluminum?
Yeah, that's cast aluminum wheels.
Cast aluminum wheel, you can see it melted.
And the windshield on the inside?
Look at the windshield. That is a windshield right there that is completely melted. We have some jumper cables in the back of the vehicle. We have some cast aluminum here that's pulverized.
Just dust.
How is that possible for a grass fire that did not come from this direction? Because you can see there's nothing that's been burned over here. What could cause that type of destruction when you have a grass fire on this side that obviously didn't connect? But even if it was a grass fire,
and it's still only half burned. I mean,
yeah, you can see there's even some grass over here that's still standing. It's not even been burned. So even down below, directly below this, you can see some wood fence posts that were burned, but you can see all that grass is still good. So how do you get this car this hot? In the comments section, I need to hear from you guys. Honestly, I need you here in the comments section. There's some smart people, and I'm not talking about, I'm talking about some intelligent people out there that understand physics, science, melting points, not the nonsense people. We need to just silence the nonsense for a moment. We need some real scientists, some real professors.
There's so many questions around Maui that I don't even think we'll ever get to know, but to burn cast iron you need melting point of at least 660 degrees Celsius. However, grass fire can only produce up to 649 degrees Celsius, so it does make you think.
You are not going to believe what I found. This is a hamburger from 2010. I'm cleaning out my grandmother's house and she has this. For real. I used to hear about it, but I never really saw it in real life. But here we are. Oh my God. What is that? 2010. Look at this. Oh my God.
Next week I'm going to buy a burger from McDonald's and leave it here and see how long it takes for it to rot, but my guess is it won't.
You sure about that? Are you sure? I don't think you are. You're really going to have to use your discernment on this one, guys, because if you don't see Marilyn Manson on a constant basis, or majority of these celebrities, you have a memory of what they looked like back in the day. Not that long ago, to be in fact. And then to see what they look like today, it's kind of like, who's this? Who is that? You can't say it's just weight loss. There's something going on here, you guys. People are aging backwards in this industry for the past, year and a half? 2003? 2023. Wow. Somebody's got to say that they can see the difference here. It's not just weight loss to me. It's not just weight loss. It's more than that. There's been a change. There's been a reversal. Or maybe he's just doing what everybody else in Hollywood does. I don't know. Because it's quite the change. You can't say there's been no change other than weight loss, because I'm seeing a visible change in the facial area.
The first pic of him reminds me of a librarian, but what are your thoughts on this? Has he been at the, the Chrome or something similar, or is it just surgery?
Fast forward to August 2024, when Pentagon insider and UFO whistleblower Lou Elizondo writes this in his book, quote, "As long as I'd worked on the UAP issue, I'd heard stories of a powerful circle of religious fundamentalists who shaped policy within the Department of Defense. They were referred to as the Collins Elite. I'd heard the name bandied about, but honestly, I never gave their existence much credence. It was like hearing stories about the long-reaching power of the Illuminati, a secret religious society in the Pentagon. It sounded absurd. Wasn't the day-to-day bureaucracy and existence of the legacy program bad enough to entertain the notion that some generals and their staff of zealots actively promoted a religious agenda which drove policy inside of a sacred yet secular national security institution was simply a bridge too far. Yet I learned that the Collins elite were indeed real. But who were they and what was their agenda? Were they some sort of formal but secret order within the US government that had been part of the institution from its beginnings?
Apparently the Collins Elite are a secretive group within the state's government and military whose main focus is on UFOs, and it emerged back in the 1950s. However, they do believe that these extraterrestrials are not aliens but rather demons. Let me know in the comments what your worst fear is, and also who gave the name parascaphidiacatrophobia as a fear of Friday the 13th?
How does one get possessed?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the two biggest ways are dabbling in the occult.
What does that mean?
Playing with demonic things, Ouija boards, going to a psychic, tarot cards, or actual occult worship of the devil. Those are pretty much immediate open doors that you're going to have demons come right in.
Psychics are demonic.
They're not channeling your dead relatives. Well, the psychic told me my mother shared this with me when I was 10, and nobody ever knew that but us. So it has to be my mom, except for the demons in the room, who also heard it. And now they're impersonating your mother.
Wow.
They can put up a good show. They can also place thoughts in our minds, and they can manipulate our emotions. And when you have that trifecta, the person is 100% believes it's their mother.
This is why I believe all spirits are demons. In the Bible, it does state that when we pass on, we sleep for a short while before that great day comes, where the dead will rise first, and then everyone who's on earth who's alive will be gathered with them.
What up, fam? My main account got permanently banned, so you know what to do. Like, share, comment, repost, follow, help your boy out. All right, this is a double torus, and we live in the middle. Check this out. All right, so here we go. This is a double torus. It's the shape that a magnetic field makes, and we actually live right in the middle between both of them, and we experience that top half over the earth. Check this out. Here's another view just to make it a little easier to understand. You got the top torus, the bottom half. We live in the middle, as above, so below. If we were to look up, we would be experiencing that top toroid field over the earth. So if we were in space, quote unquote, looking down, even though space is fake, this is what we would see. So you're probably wondering, where the heck did that toroidal shape come from, right? Well, it came from us experiencing what the magnetic field lines look like of a magnet. So this is a ring magnet put on a ferrocell, and it actually shows us the magnetic field lines in the shape of a torus. That's how we know. Now this is actually the path that the ISS makes over a geocentric flat stationary plane. Look at the pattern. It just happens to match the magnetic field lines perfectly, as if the ISS was almost tethered within the magnetic field lines of the Earth. And again, just to fully understand, we live on that green plane in the middle. It's technically called a block wall or an inertial plane, meaning it's static, it doesn't move. And again, that blue torus on the top is what we experience over the Earth. As above, so below. Now you're also probably wondering, well, what does that path look like on a globe, right? Well, you can make up your mind which one makes more sense. Globe Earth or flat Earth. Again, probably just a coincidence that this matches perfectly.
For those of you who don't believe in flat Earth, what's your thoughts on this?
There is something extremely creepy happening with old Nintendo DS's right now. If you have ever owned one of these as a kid, I'm sure you used to play games with your friend, you used to draw pictures, and you used to take pictures on it. Well, some people recently took their old DS from the bottom of the drawer, they opened it up, and they went to their gallery to realize something has changed. A guy took this picture and he posted it on Reddit saying, I have never taken this, I've never owned a Mickey Mouse plush toy, I don't even know the wall, and I don't even recognize the chair. So you're probably thinking, the guy maybe took a picture, forgot he did it, and this is just a one-time thing. No, in fact, this is so common that people have started posting about this recently. Here's another picture. Here's another picture. I'm not saying it's ghost or somebody hacked you, but what I am saying is there's something definitely off because I feel like this has happened to me before, but I've never really said anything about it because I felt like I was the only one it was happening to, but I guess it's happening to everybody else too. So if you're watching this, stop what you're doing, grab your old DS, go into the gallery, and tell me what you find, and I swear I'm not crazy. Make sure to like and follow for more videos tomorrow.
That's a wild one, and any of you who have a DS, go ahead and try this out, or if you have had a similar experience, let us know in the comment section.
The Catholic Church can trust Bill Gates, yes? You can trust the Rothschild, yes, and the Rockefeller. Yeah. Visa, they made billions in a couple of months. Billions of dollars. And who is the biggest shareholder of Visa? The Rothschild. The one and only baby. So the church leaders are saying that this is okay. The Catholic Church needs to be a Catholic Church without the Vatican in it. Forget about the Vatican and be the Church of Christ. It's mighty church. Mighty. Do not let the mafia and the Freemason infiltrate. Do not. Stop it. Even if it means bloodshed. Do it. When I said earlier about the religious sector is being infiltrated, yes, it is infiltrated, and across Christendom, by the way. Not just the Catholic Church, the Orthodox Church, with all its factions, and the so-called Protestant. Freemason has infiltrated. And the biggest proof of our times, at least, we don't know what's going to happen in the near future, but at least now, the biggest proof, everyone supported this evil agenda called, everybody supported it. Everybody. No church leader came out and said, like, we're not going to support it. At least say, like, whoever wants to go and be jabbed, let him be jabbed. But those who don't want to be jabbed, we are not going to say, no, you're doing the wrong thing. No, it's okay. You've got the support of the church. No, the church supported the evil agenda. In fact, they closed the church for prayers and they opened it as hubs of. And everybody knows this. And church leaders at large levels, big places with authority came out and said, if you jab yourself, you are showing an act of love for your neighbor. What kind of a nonsense is this? What has this got to do with loving your neighbor? But the verse says, my dear church leader, love God with all your heart, then love your neighbor as yourself. That is the law. Why are you saying half of it? Where is the first half? You've denied it, yes? Because you're not worshiping God. That's why you denied it. You cannot love your neighbor like yourself if you don't love God first. And secondly, getting a jab, the poison of the Freemason in your hand, what's that got to do with loving God and your neighbor? My goodness. But the star fell. You see, it's a fallen star from heaven. of course, is going to do things that are anti-Christ, against the Lord. And all church leaders, good on you. Yep, we support it. It's good. So Bill Gates, you can trust Bill Gates, yes? You can trust the Rothschild, yes, and the Rockefeller. Visa, they made billions in a couple of months. Billions of dollars. And who is the biggest shareholder of Visa? The Rothschild. The one and only, baby. So the church leaders are saying that this is okay. The star fell. It's very sad. Look, I am nothing compared to such calibers of church leaders. I'm nothing. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. But this nothing says to the whole world, you mean nothing to me. You do whatever. I will never accept anything that you do of evil origin. And in the name of my Lord Jesus Christ, I'll step on it. You can come and kill me. You can come and do whatever you want. But I will never support, nor will say it is okay when it is of evil backgrounds. I don't need your money. I don't need the fame. I don't need you to love me. Please do yourself a favor and me, leave me alone. I don't want to be loved. I don't want to be acknowledged. I don't want to be rich. I want to be left alone. I want my Jesus. This is the crown of my glory. Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
The Vatican is not a place of worship. It may have been to someone at some point, but it's not today. All you have to do is look at what Francis has said and done over the years to know that the Vatican is actually a place of darkness.
Just so you know, and I wanted you to hear it from me first, went hospital today for a blood test and I'm positive for Indian COVID. They don't think it's too bad, but they said they could get worse over the weekend. Is
your mum watching from Devon tonight, as always?
She'd be in bed.
If I know your mum, she certainly won't. So Josephine Gordon does it. Let's check out the replay.
We just don't know how well Tomo knows her mum, do we? That's the simple truth of the matter. Right!
Yo, hold up! Yo, what is this? Yo, what baby is this? Ain't no baby. Oh,
I'll be uploading a lot more frequently, however I may not be able to reply to every comment, so if I don't, I'll just heart your comment to let you know that I've read it. But thanks guys for chilling out with me to the very end. Smash that like and subscribe button for the next video, but until then, take care, much love, and I'll see you then.